Guys, did you like that little adventure I just took over in the Nether? That was kind of fun. I did that the other day, actually, and I needed to see if I could get some ender pearls. I only got one ender pearl through that whole thing, but we did find that little forest area where the endermen will spawn, so I'll probably go back there and see if we can get some more endermen. But yeah, that was kind of fun, and I ended up saving all of the loot, and it's over here in this gold chest, and this is all the stuff we got. But eventually we'll use all this stuff. I got some gems. We're actually going to need these shards, but I got this because some of this stuff we're going to be able to break down with apotheosis, and I think that'd be kind of cool. So we got some swords here that are pretty cool. Got some armor here that's pretty cool. But yeah, all the stuff you see that's socketed, we'll end up being able to use that. We did get some ancient debris, so if we need netherite, we do have it. I just don't know when we're going to need netherite, and we did get some uranium. I think that's all that we actually got that was actually pretty good. So other than that, we got a bunch, when I say a bunch, I mean a bunch of iron and gold. Like we got blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks of that stuff, which was kind of cool. So the main reason I actually went into the Nether was to get Inferium Essence, because I needed to make some high-end seeds. One of the seeds that we were making was actually the Certus Quartz seeds, and the other seed was the Fluex seed. So if we go over to our garden room, you'll see here that we have the Fluex seed and the Certus Quartz seed. I went ahead and made the Amethyst seed. I don't know why, but we have it. And then over here we made this is the titanium seed from our last episode. So that's all done. I did want to go ahead and put the other sink here just in case. I don't know how much water these things can. I've never used the fluid pipes from immersive engineering, so I don't know if they have like a diminishing return or fluid, you know what I'm saying, like a fluid quantity inside them. But we only have one garden cloche left, and I haven't looked at the recipe to how to make those. So yeah, there's that. But let's go into something else. So I don't even know how to explain this. I did a whole entire episode. Actually, I actually did, like, believe it or not, I recorded an episode on, hey, let me just get to this point. I know I'm scatterbrained here. This is what I was trying to make. I wanted to do an episode on making fluid laser bases, okay, and fluid, our laser drill, because I want to upgrade our fuel, right? Because I noticed that in the pack, we're going to start getting into some things. If you look, it's down the road, but if you look at some of these high-end, they're not here yet, but some of these things, when we get to it, I forget where it's at that I saw, but it's going to require something like a couple million RF for our thing over here to activate the next part of our adventures, and we don't have the ability to produce that much RF at this point. Like we can produce it because we have storage right here, right? We have storage in here that is 1.6. What's going on? Oh crap, I need some water. Let's go into the botany area. Hurry. Anyways, I'll continue talking. So I noticed that was going to be an issue, and so let's keep doing this. I needed to find a way to get better energy, and the only way to do that is... Why are we getting sick now? Is that water not any good? Hunger for 24 seconds. That must have been like really bad water, I guess. I don't know. That's new to me. That's kind of funny, actually. I didn't know that was bad water. I guess we need to just drink like normal water, I guess. I don't know. But I needed to find a way to make better energy, and the only way to do that is by upgrading our fluid. So this is the biodiesel, which if you remember is 28 kilowatts or whatever per 1 millibucket, and we can actually get it up to 70 if we went to LPG fuel. So the LPG fuel, if we go over here into here, LPG fuel, if you look at this gives you, let's go back to this. Let's click this. Actually, let's go back. I need to click this. And it tells you there it's 70 kilowatts per 1 millibucket. So it's like three and a half times more than what we have currently. Or efficient, I should say. Still running off these same combustion engines. We just will get better energy production, right? If we get better energy production, I can actually make more of these, and these will produce more power, right? These produce, I believe, something on the lines of like 3,000 RF a tick or something like that, if I remember correctly. I think that's what these eventually can do, somewhere around there, 3 to 4,000 RF per tick. So I want to be able to get a better energy source. So that's what I was doing. So I was recording an episode showing like, we're going to go ahead and do this. So I went ahead and made this piece here, the laser base. If you're wondering why all this stuff's up here, I went back into the nether and I didn't want to lose any of my stuff. So we went ahead and made the fluid laser base. That's up here in our quest area, so it's right here. We made all this stuff. It's just plastic. The only hard issue was making this stuff here, which is electronic circuits. If you remember, we can now make electronic circuits by taking, we don't have any in here, we can actually take those little red things and put them in here. So I forget what they're called, but it's when you put redstone in here with iron, it makes the little red thing here. I forget what it's called. Anyways, is it in here? We can probably just look at it. This is the other one right here. Yeah, right here. This infused alloy. If you put the infused alloy in your assembler controllers, you get free circuits, right? And if you end up putting this circuit back in here with the redstone, you get the advanced circuit. So it's pretty easy to get these advanced circuits now. I mean, it's just a one-step thing, and you're only using redstone and iron, which is wonderful. So I'm putting these back in there. So we made that, and then the other thing that we needed to make was these laser drills. So the laser drills, if you remember, these go around the laser base, right? And in order to make these, I needed to make simple machine frames. Simple machine frames are made like this inside of a dissolution chamber with a little bit of latex. So I went ahead and made the dissolution chamber. We put the pattern in there. That's the pattern for it. It's hooked up to our system, and we went out here and put a storage bus on our latex fluid. This thing is on pause because we have, a ton of that stuff. So we got all the way to that point, right? Then I realized in order to make these laser drills, I was like, well, this is going to be easy because we can just make gold gears and diamond gears. Diamond gears are diamond, right? But the gold gears are made out of this. So I had to make this machine here. And I'm like, okay. So I ended up stopping the episode, right? And I was like, well, I'll just start a new episode. So we started a new episode that was all about immersive engineering. So I'm like, cool, we'll just do immersive engineering, right? So I started doing an episode on immersive engineering. And so I got all the stuff here ready to do immersive engineering. We got the iron blocks, which is no problem. We got this stuff here, no problem, right? We got this stuff here, no problem. We got to the steel scaffolding, and I'm looking at this recipe, and I'm like, how do you make steel rods? So I was thinking, well, maybe the steel rods are made like you do the iron rods. Nope. Steel rods are made from a lathe. So you put the steel in here and it makes steel rod. Lathes are 240 volts. If you see up there, it says 240 volt. That's an issue because we only were given in our whole entire quest line. If we go in here and look at DC, we were only giving one of these. A 120 DC volt battery. Here's the quest. So it was from Power for All Things. It was a check mark. I don't remember what it was for, but you get a DC motor and you get some lubricant buckets, which we got. You only get one of these, all right? So if you go back into the quest book and you look at this upgraded transformer, it says that when it's time to get into machines that require more than 120, you'll need to start combining your voltage sources and using transformers to set up the voltage. The upgraded transformer will turn two or more of the previous, now remember that, the upgraded transformer will turn two or more of the previous tier voltages into one step higher. For example, two 120 volt combustion generators can be run into an upgraded transformer, right, to make 240. So what I did, the problem is I was like, well, we only have one of those motors, right? And in order to make another motor, if we wanted to make another one, we can do all of this stuff here. I just didn't have a steel rotor shaft. That's the only thing missing to make this. That takes a lathe. So you can't make another DC motor without having a lathe. Now here's the reason I wanted to do that. I had to go back and watch a couple YouTubers that actually have been past this process, and they both had two DC motors. And I'm like, how did they get two DC motors without, I know you get one from the quest, but how did they make the other one? Because you can't make it without having a lathe, and you can't make a lathe without having the two DC motors. So either they got it from exploring out in the areas, the cities, which I know it's possible because we did get some stuff. I ended up getting like the circuit breaker and some other stuff. So that is probably how it was done, but I didn't find one. So I'm like, well, crap. So I had it all set up where, we had the battery boxes that went with this mod pack. these are sitting right here, these battery boxes. Well, these produce, if I go over here, if you click on them, they produce 120 volts. So 2 of these are technically 2 objects that are producing 120, right? And so we ran 2 of these into our upgraded transformer and then into our lathe, and it didn't work. So I'm like, well, all right. So the only other thing we could do was try this combustion chamber route, which we did. And so if you take the 2 combustion chambers, like what we have going on out here, right? And then you run those into a upgraded transformer, because these, if you click on them, you can see here it says voltage 120 volts, right? So there's two of them going into one. It worked. So I'm like, awesome, it worked. And I was like, that was probably 50 minutes into that video, right? And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, man, this was a horrible video. I literally recorded these all in the same day. And I'm like, man, like 2 horrible episodes in a row. I can't do this. Well, then I was just playing around, right? I was so frustrated, I just kept playing around. I hooked up one of these. This is just one DC motor. I hooked up one of these into this, plugged in the lathe, right? Check this out. So if we go and grab some steel, so let's do steel. If I put 2 steel in there, which is a recipe, right? If you go in here, show recipes. If we go over here to 2 steel, there's 2 aluminum, 2 steel ingots will give me a steel rod. Watch this. It works. Now, I don't know how it's working, but it worked. So you don't really need 2 sources to make this work. You only need 1 source to make this work. So I'm wondering, and just so you know, you can't run this cable here. These all are thick silver cables. These all can provide, if you look there, it says insulation rating 960 value, or 960 volts. That means it can handle up to 960 volts. It doesn't mean that's what they have to be. These can still, these regular machines that are 120 can still run off of this. It's just an insulated cable. That makes sense. So it's rated up to. If I tried to put a 120 on this, it'd probably blow up, I'd imagine. And if we tried to cross this cable with this cable, this would shoot over 240 into this, and that machine would blow up. But yeah, so that's working. In order to get these DC motors to work, you have to make this little thing called a conductor brush. And it's just, I can show you real quick since we're just going over this. This conductor brush is just copper cables. That's all it is. It's copper cables that makes this little conductor brush, right? And then you throw your lubricant in there, and it works. Now, just so you guys know, this is on a server, right? So this has been running for probably 16 hours since I put this bucket in there, and that's all that it's used. So, and we aren't using anything. There's really no way of shutting this off. So yeah, there's that. So that's where we're at. We got the lathe worked out. So the lathe is worked out. I did want to show you one more thing in case you guys are playing along. If you get the DC motor, let's put this down real quick and I'll show you. If you get the DC motor, this is typically the side that the power comes in on, right? This is the red is typically the side that these cables come off of. So that's how we have this set up over here, right there. If you can actually power these using your GPS cards, using these things here. If you take the card, don't click on this side where you would typically put like your advanced cables. Usually you would go like this. Don't do that. Put it on, put it on the side. Click on the side that the cable is coming out of, and this thing will work because this is basically it's kind of like a transformer, right? So it's power coming out of there. So yeah, do that. So that's how I got that work, if you guys are wondering how we did that. So let's put this back in there, and then let's get rid of this. All right, so for today's episode, since we got to that point, I went ahead and cleared off all that space over here. So this is going to be where most of our electrodynamic stuff is. So we still have our mineral grinder. We still have this. I don't have this automated yet. I really don't know how to get this automated. They gave us some upgrades, but I tried pulling stuff in from the side and it doesn't really work. So I'm not sure how these upgrades work. And if we go in here, the upgrades are really kind of funny looking. They're like dark and black. They're these things right here. So it says ejects. This is auto injector upgrade. And we got an auto, what was the other one called? Auto ejector upgrade, I think is what it's called. We can just type in auto right here. Yeah, so one's an auto ejector and one of them's an auto injector, right? It says right click toggle for smart mode. I don't know what any of this means. So if we go like this, I don't know what this means. So it doesn't really show you anything. It says current directions east and east. I don't know. I don't know if it saves it or what. So we're just gonna leave it like that. I don't know. We'll play with that later. So today we're going to go ahead and try and get our automated, I'm going to try to get our fuel upgraded. Now we're going to have an issue with power right off the bat because these things do take a lot of power, so we'll have to, a good thing is we don't have anything else running, basically. So we're going to focus all our power on these things today. So with all that being said, we have to get into immersive engineering first. So I have my immersive engineering book, and we have to get over to heavy machines. We got to get to the metal press. This is what we have to make. So I need to make 2 of these things here now. So we need to make these things. So let's go in here and let's go over here to the side. I need to make 2 of these, right? I think we have all of this now. We do 6 of those. All right. So there's 6 of those, and I need to make, I believe, 2 of these. And so we got 2 of those, right? So we got that. I don't know why I left those in there. I need to keep those out. Let's go back into these steel things. Let's see if we can find them where they we got 8 of those, right? So they're right here. So we needed those, and we just need 1 of these. So I think I need to make some iron plates, right? So the iron plates are like this. So I need to make 8 of those, correct? I think. Let's go back into this. We need to make, that makes 4. So we only need to make 1 of those. All right, cool. So there's that. And then let's go into here. That's going to make 4 of those. And then we need to make 1 of these. So that's a steel sheet metal. This is steel plates. We can make steel plates. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to go like this. And that's going to make, oh, that only makes 1. So we need 16 of those. Ooh. All right, so we'll do that again. Do that. I don't know if I have that much steel. Let's see if we can make, I need 12. Yeah, we got enough steel. Cool. Let's go into here. Oops. Let's go into here. Let's do this. And then I need to make 1. I put these back in there. Boom. Let's do that again. Crap. Doop. Dump. Need to make that one and that one, right? Put those in there. And then steel blocks are just made like this. So I just need to make this 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we can make a steel block, which actually makes 4 of them. So that's all that we need. So we get that. So, and then we just need this electrum, which we actually have. Do we not have any electrum anymore? We've used all our electrum. That sucks. So electrum is made from, I have a recipe for this already, so it really doesn't matter. Silver and gold. Do we have silver in here? We do have silver. Let's go over here and click on electrum and just make 1. Next, start. Okay, that should go over here into the alloy machine. Oh, it's got iron in it. Why are these so quiet? Don't these usually make noises? I thought those machines usually make noises. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Let's put this in there, and then let's go ahead and grab this. So we'll have 4 of those. We don't need all 4, but that's fine. Task complete up there, and then we're just going to need, I think that's it, right? So I'm going to need, let's see how we're going to do this. I need a pattern provider. Let's go get our hammer, engineer's hammer. So we got to get that so we can make it work. So I'll grab this, go back over here, and I think we just click on this. Boop, boom, there it is. All right, cool. So there's our press, all right? And then if we go in here, I think we end up getting, did we not get anything for that? Where's that at? That's actually in part of our quest book to do all this crap. Whoops. This. Is it way up here at the top? It's right here. So we got all this. Oh, we just didn't make this part. Oh, we gotta make the engineer's workbench. Okay, we can make the engineer's workbench. And then we can make a fence. Boom. And then we can make this. Awesome. All right, so there's our engineer's workbench. We'll set this like right here for right now. And then in order to make these blueprints, we need the blueprint for this piece here, which is called the molds blueprint. So we need to go and make a molds blueprint, and we're gonna need to make some wire devices. So we'll make that too. So let's go and do that. So we need to make the metal mold plate. All right, so we need to make the metal mold plate, this. And what is it? It takes 3 steel plates. All right, so let's go make some steel plate. 3 steel plates. So we don't have that with us, so we need to make some steel plates. So steel, and these are the plates, right? So we need to craft 3 of these. Let's do 3 next. We need the engineer's hammer. That's because we have it. Did we break our hammer? Oh crap, did we break our hammer? We must have broke our hammer, unless it's just not seeing it. Let's check. Hammer? No, there's our hammer. Why would I not use that? All right, doesn't matter. Let's do steel. And how much steel we have? We don't have very much steel left, do we? Go like this. We need 3 of those. Put that back in there and put that back in there. I need to put, is there coal coke in here? How much coal coke do we have left? Let's just check real quick because I need to make some more steel. Coal. That's not what it is. Coal. Dang it. Did it again. Coal. 60 coal coke. Okay, let's do, let's make some steel real quick. So let's go over here and let's get rid of this. And let's make, let's see, steel ingots. Let's make like 30 of them. Start. All right, there you go. All right, cool. So there's that. If we put these in there, we can make the plate. That's what we got to make, right? So that's the plate. We got that. So we should be done. So that whole entire chapter is completed. We'll get the press now and some more steel plates, which is awesome. All right, so I need to, I believe that you can go like this. Let's see, if we put, see, I think I can put this here. Put that, let's see, put a block. Oh, thought that block wasn't there. Let's go like that. And I believe I can put this here. And I believe we can wrench this. Nope. There we go. Yep, we can do it like that. And then this one, I believe you can just put, we probably don't need this. And I can probably go like this and go like that. No, will it just input it? I don't know. Will that input this? All right, I asked on Discord and they said that there is a conveyor belt that drops stuff. Dropping conveyor belt. Needs an iron trap door and then this here. All right, so we just need to make one of these, and apparently this will drop that into there. We just need to put it on there like this so it goes the right direction. All right, so that should drop that back into there. And then so let's see if this works. If it does, it's fantastic, and I appreciate everybody for telling me that. So why is this blinking? Let's just get rid of that. That's fine. All right, so why is this blinking? There, let's try that. Why no crafting CPUs are available? Device online. Does this have to be like wrenched in a certain way? I don't believe so. Weird. These are all online. If I craft crafting, let's just click cancel. All right, let's see if it works now. All right, let's make like 4 of these. Next. Start. I'll check that out. I put some in there. Boom. Perfect. That works. All right, cool. So that works. All right, so we have everything that we need. Let's see if we can keep going. So in order to make these laser drills, we need this, right? And we need to make this. So let's go ahead and make these. So I need to make at least 4 of these, right? This isn't really fast machine, but we can make some speed upgrades for these, which we probably will make eventually. It doesn't really take that much to make these upgrades either. So if we go into industrial foregoing and look at these upgrades, we can do tier upgrades, but there's a speed upgrade, not hard, efficiency upgrade, blaze rods, we can get those, efficiency 2, and processing, we can do all of this. So yeah, we'll make some of those things. So this does not have an input on it, so I'm gonna have to put an import bus on the side, or an export bus on the side of those. All right, so that's gonna make those machines. Okay, so where do we want to put this first of all? So I think I want to put it like right here, just to keep it close to these machines, because these machines here are going to end up being part of this. This is all going to get tore down. So let's just set it right here. Let's get rid of all this right here. In order to make this, we need this, we need to make this refiner controller. This refiner controller is basically going to take the crude oil that we're going to be pumping, and it's going to separate it into 4 different fuels, right? These 4 different fuels will then get pumped into these processing plants, right? So these processing plants, or the refinery output. Which one is it? It's refinery outputs. Yeah, it's refinery outputs. And we'll go ahead and make these 2. These will be, and what this does, it stores, see it says stores the output fluids produced by the controller. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I need to make 4 of these, 1 of these. These are all going to get, what do you call it, powered, and all going to get fluid pumped into them. Now we could take the other 2 fuels and reproduce those 2. We might try that. I don't know if we're going to need to. Need to see how much crude oil we actually get. But in order to make the crude oil from the laser drill, let's see, if you look into this, we can actually get, I'm sorry, not this. If we actually look at crude oil, let's go into this crude oil. I need to make the black laser lens. So we need to make basically a laser lens with some black dye. So let's see if we can go ahead and make that real quick. So we need to make a laser lens. Lens. We need to make the black one, but I think the black one is just any laser lens. I think it is. White laser lens. How do you just make the regular laser lens? Oh, you need to make it through this. Okay, so we need sulfur dust and glass panes, and then that's it. So sulfur dust or yellow dye. Oh, we could probably make yellow dye. what can you make yellow dye from? Poppies and dye essence, mystical yellow flowers from Botania. We probably have that. Probably have yellow plants. We do. Mystical yellow plants. There we go. So we just got this. Boom. Yellow petals. Yellow dye. There we go. So we have that. So we can go ahead and make this real quick. Let's make a recipe for that. Lens. Let's just make a lens. We got to find this. Just makes any type of... Oh, so that's how you make the lens. Oh, we should put the black in here then. So this makes it brown. Okay. We just need to do it that way. So we just need the stained glass panes. We just need glass panes. All right. So let's make that into a recipe real quick. So we need to put the lens in here. That's going to make the fluid, right? And then we need to put these laser bases around it. We don't even have the laser bases with us. Are the laser bases... All right. So what are we missing on the laser bases? More plastic. Did it not do the plastic recipe? What is going on, guys? I swear to God, what is going on? Is something like wrong with my system? This still shows that it's creating the black lens. Oh, you know why? It's because it doesn't see it back in the system. So this is creating this, but it's not, whereas I might have that in the wrong spot. So I got all kinds of stuff going wrong on this. So this is electric furnace, dried rubber. So electric furnace is over here, right? Electric furnace, plastic. Why are you not getting this? All right, guys, I figured out what my problem is. I tore apart my whole entire base. I tore apart everything. I tore apart this. I rebuilt this. I went back here to make sure that we were like connected to this, which we are. It goes actually behind here and comes up through. I tore apart all this. You know what it was? If you guys remember in one of my episodes, I said, if you go in here and click on this, make sure that this is set to the right one. It reset. So this was on an X, so it wouldn't pull anything from the down slot. So that's why that wasn't making any of our steel that we wanted. So now if I go in here and click on, I believe it was steel that we were making, right? It was alloy furnace. We were making something. Oh, he's making plastic. So now if I go in here and ask for some plastic, it should make like 20 of them now. Yes, the machine is on. That's why. Oh my God, man. I literally tore apart my whole entire base. I don't know how I'm going to power these yet. We'll have to figure out how we're going to power these. But I believe they go, actually that's the wrong direction. They face, is there a way to rotate these? Let's see, if I put it down that way. If I put it this way, no. So it has to have a block here basically. All right, so we gotta go like this. Is that right? Should be the hole facing the hole. Yep, there we go. There we go. So it's already going to start doing stuff. I don't know if it runs with without power or not. I don't know. I got to look at that. Is this andesite? It is andesite. All right, cool. Man, this was just a pain in the ass episode. I tell you what, let's get rid of all this stuff. Put all that in there. And this has been like the most frustrating part of the whole pack for me, honest to God. So going to mechanism and, oh, we had an energy cube. Daggone it. And then we just need some more advanced cables. And I believe I have some in my bag. We do. All right, cool. And then we actually need to make another GPS card. We're completely filled with GPS cards. We need to make another one of these energy transfer nodes, actually. So let's go into here. What does it take to make one of these? If it's too much, then we won't even worry about it. Let's see here. How else can we do this? Let's get rid of this. Let's try something else real quick. Let's go like this, and then let's go like this. And let's go like this, and then let's take this GPS card here, click the front of this, and let's get out of here. Is that not? There we go. And then take this card out and put this card in. So now it's blinking, which means these are getting power. Yep. Okay, that worked. All right, these are staying up with power. Cool. All right, and this is making crude oil. It's already making 650. All right, cool. Jeez, this is gonna be a long episode for me. All right, so we got all that done. All right, so we need to make these machines real quick. So let's make these machines super quick if we can. Let's go back in here. Let's do LPG fuel, LPG, and we'll go like this. And we need to make this refiner controller. So let's go like this. Type in A, and then let's go back, and we need to make these outputs. So we'll type in A here. Cool. And then let's see if we can actually make these. So the refinery controller, can we make this? So I need some more of these reinforced slabs. Can we make some more reinforced slabs? We can. All right, so let's put this. All right, there's our controller. So we can go ahead and put this controller on the top of this, like so. Boop. And is this not? Oh, that's a refinery output. Crap. That's not what we needed. We need 4 of those. That's the refinery output. All right, we need to make the controller. Let's see, refinery output. And we need to make the controller. My bad, guys. We need to make some more of these. And you make some more of that. And you make one of those. All right, so there's the controller. So this thing is going to pump. No pump, I know. So this thing needs to output up, crude oil up. Auto eject, redstone ignored, and then this thing needs, it says no fluids. Why is it not pumping into it? Does it need power? Refinery controller. Refineries need to be stacked on top of each other. Pump fluid into the refinery. No fluid. Doesn't this just output straight up? Laser lens. Output. Top. Enabled. Push. There we go. There we go. It's working now. Okay, so now we put these on top. So we got one of these. So I need to make some more of these. Refineries need to be stacked on top of each other, ranging from 2 to 4. All right, so let me get those made. All right, guys, I took some time to build some things. I knew this episode was going to be too long. This thing is saying that it needs heat, right? So for some reason, it's not pushing the fluids into these things. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a controller that, oh my God. Wait, what? This is the controller. That's the output. All right, it's saying, okay, if I click on this, it's just saying refinery controller, but it's not pumping, it's not making the fuel. So I'm guessing it's saying apply more heat by adding blocks, right? So immersive engineering's got these really cheap external heaters that you can make, and then you can make these heat pipes. It's just basically if you go in here and do heat pipes, I actually had it already on here. So heat pipes, it's just compressed iron, which we had a bunch of compressed iron anyways, and these thermal laggings, and these thermal laggings are just made out of wool and glass, and you get 6. So I got these heat pipes. I'm guessing that this is how they work. Now I don't know if you put it into here. Is that right? Now is this temperature is going up. Oh, now it's making it. Check it out. So the temperature is up to 104 degrees and it's making LPG fuel. That's awesome. All right. And then these things here are like little, we can make more of these. This is all I got. Hopefully I don't die if I step on this. Okay, it's good. You can put these around the surface of these things like this, and it insulates them like that. So now if we click on that, it's at 114 degrees. It's making 74. All right, so I might need to make some more of those things. All right, cool. All right, so we are making LPG fuel, finally. Finally. Oh my God, this was the longest friggin' weekend of recording that I think I've ever done. All right, so I think I can close all this in. Let's go grab some blocks. It doesn't matter. I'll take a screenshot afterward. So I'm going to probably make some more of these because it's just wool and dye, basically. And I'll put these all in there. And then whenever this whenever this gets filled up, we'll put a storage bus on the top and we'll be good. Now, the other thing that we can do with this, since it's making it pretty, I mean, it'd get a pretty good pack. Is it actually draining it though? That's the thing. It's actually draining it. All right, so we need to make some upgrades to this. So what I'll probably do is make some efficiency upgrades for this so that we're not draining it, because you can see the crude oil is actually going down. So we're going to run out of crude oil. Oh my God, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with my crap on this series. This has been a kind of a complicated series. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smack the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will see you in the next episode. We're going to try to get into a way of storing our power next, and then we will move through the pack. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.